good morning. I'm Prince Whiting. Welcome to The Growth is Real.
I'm Corey Johnson with Premium Insurance Consultants.
Today we have a special guest. It's our first guest. I'm very excited. We come to this coffee shop almost, every week. I want to welcome Janice. She's the owner of this amazing establishment. Cheers to you.
Thank you. So Janice, number one, thank you for allowing us to interview you here. Like I said, this is our very first one. We thought this was perfect because we spent so much time here, and it's great to know who owns the spot now.
Awesome.
So I know you've been having Roots Coffee for about 10 years now, but before we get into that, we want to learn a little bit about yourself.
Oh, okay.
A little bit about yourself. So can you tell us a little bit about where you're from and how did you end up in Fort Worth?
Yeah. So I am mostly from this area, from the Mid-Cities area. My family moved here in the early 90s, and I kind of went away for school and then moved away a couple other times, but always was drawn back. So been here, had roots for about almost 10 years now, and yeah, grown to really love the area.
So that's amazing, and the key thing is that we want to express to the viewers is working in a corporate environment versus doing something that you truly love. So my question to you is, have you ever worked in the corporate world?
You know, I really haven't. I had a couple desk jobs, like in late high school and in college and a little bit after college, but really hated working at a desk. So all through college, I worked at Starbucks, actually.
Oh, wow.
Really grew to love working behind a bar, interacting with people, being on my feet. And so that's kind of not necessarily with Starbucks, but with loving the idea of being in a coffee retail customer interaction environment. Kind of decided I wanted to go down that path instead of a traditional job.
So what age did you feel that, as a kid, or what age did you feel that you were something different as far as wanting to run your own business?
Ooh.
Like that mind, just like it clicked, you know what?
Yeah. You know, my dad was also kind of an entrepreneur, and it was just me and my sister, and he kind of always told us we could do whatever we wanted.
Yeah.
There was never any limits put on us. It was always expected that we would do a lot.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate that. At the time, I felt a little bit of pressure, but looking back, I really appreciate that. And so I think it wasn't until mid-college that I thought I could actually do something on my own.
Gotcha.
But I think I always kind of had that in me. So.
Great.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
That's awesome. Now, so when did the idea of starting your own coffee house become, get instilled in your head? When did that happen then?
Yeah, so that was also in college.
Okay.
I went to school in Nashville, Tennessee at Belmont University, and while I was working for Starbucks, I spent all my free time hanging out in independent coffee shops.
Gotcha.
And Nashville had a lot of them, and they were really, really different and great. And I was kind of that nerdy kid that just wanted to spend all my time in the coffee house. I didn't really want to do anything else, and that's where all my favorite conversations happened, and where I'd go to study, where I'd go to hang out.
Gotcha.
And so I kind of fell in love with that. I fell in love with coffee, and actually ended up starting to run an on-campus fair trade coffee label. For the last 2 years I was in school, and that's kind of when I fell in love with the fair trade movement. Yeah. Kind of the idea of you can ethically source your coffee, you can ethically source your products, you can make an impact in more ways than one. And so kind of out of that, I switched my emphasis, not my major, but my emphasis to entrepreneurship.
Gotcha.
And started writing a business plan, thinking, someday it'd be really cool to do this. But kind of had the blueprint already when I graduated.
Oh, wow.
So
that's awesome. And I can definitely tell that you spent some time in the coffee house, because yours is very unique, one of a kind, it's very homey.
Yeah, that's what we were going for, because I've been in a lot of coffee houses over the years, and you kind of walk in and it feels almost a little bit pretentious. And the baristas aren't friendly, and we were from day one trying to avoid that. We wanted people to feel comfortable coming in, asking questions about coffee, kind of create some cozy nooks and spaces, so people can come and study, they can come and hang out, they can come and read a book, whatever was acceptable.
Well, it's definitely cozy. I caught myself dozing off the other day.
We have had issues with that in the past. We've had to wake people up before.
Especially this couch. One of my favorite couches.
Yeah. So when you had your blueprint, had your idea, what was the process of actually bringing it, painting that picture,
Yes.
and having that canvas now?
Yeah.
Bring interpretation.
Yeah, I had no idea what I was doing. So the first couple of years were a struggle.
As any
Yeah.
Always.
I also think I was probably too young. Like, you may not hear that, but I think I was really too young to try to do what I did. I was 22 when this place opened.
Wow.
And so, yeah. So,
That's awesome.
it was a struggle. Getting everything, like, equipment-wise, and, like, the menu wasn't super hard for me to come up with, and the equipment was a little bit easy. The hardest part for me was, like, learning how to hire and train and retain good people.
Exactly.
And that took me a long time to find my rhythm on that. So yeah.
because it's like kind of hard to have some like employees with the same mindset as you kind of deal.
Yeah, I think it's also hard, like when you're 22, 23, 24, and you've got people that are older than you working for you, and you're still trying to figure it out, and you're trying to learn from each other, and also create good systems, and it was a challenge.
So, like, especially in your first 5 years running this business, it seems like this is what we're doing. This is the kind of road that we're in right now, the path that we're taking right now as well. What do you normally do? Like, what's your daily routine?
Ooh,
you know,
for the
like,
first 5 years?
Yeah, just like when you wake up in the morning, like first 2 hours, like, what do you do to prepare yourself for this amazing journey?
So for the first 5 years, I worked behind the bar a lot.
Okay.
And it's mostly because it was really a struggle, and we were really slow in the beginning. People didn't really understand what we were doing and how we were different in like a corporate coffee shop. And so I kind of had to work all the time to be able to make payroll. And so I worked probably about 50 to 55 hours a week behind the bar.
Oh, wow.
And then I had to do everything else.
Yeah.
And so most mornings I got up at 4:30, came into work. I worked until anywhere between 1 and 3 p.m. behind the bar. And then after that, I would go take a nap, and then I would started on the actual business stuff that I had to do, so like running payroll and scheduling and getting all the inventory and ordering. It wasn't quite 5 years that I did that, but it was a while.
Yeah.
And so now, we've been able to attract just a really awesome staff, and we're able to pay them enough that they actually want to stay here, and we've kind of developed a really cool culture. And so we have much better retention. People really enjoy working here. I've had people leave and then say, "Can I come back?"
And by the work environment,
which is really cool. So now I get to focus a lot more on working on the business instead of in the business every day, which is kind of a little bit sad in its own way, because I miss working behind the bar. But I feel like it's the only thing that's helped the business grow.
I'm a big believer in that. I believe any business that you start, you want to kind of do all roles. You're starting off, you want to do all the roles so you can know exactly what to expect. And so when you do have employees, you know what they're doing right, what they're doing wrong, and how can you fix it. So I applaud you for that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I got to work at Bar Chef a couple weeks ago, and I just had the best time. I was like, this is great. I had a blast making coffee and doing all that, because I don't get to do it very often anymore. So.
You really love what you do, you know, and that's the key to this segment, is really finding something that you really have a passion for and just sticking to it, because it wasn't easy for the first couple years. But now you're expanding. Cheers to that.
Yeah, thank you.
Kind of want to dig a little bit deeper into that, and kind of want to dig some more into the struggles, because I know a lot of people, especially being an entrepreneur, those first 3 years, as we know, that either makes you or breaks you. So we want to dig deep a little bit and see what was your, I say, top 2 biggest struggle within those first few years, and how'd you overcome that and say, no, I'm not going to give up. I'm going to continue to go. I'm going to continue to push myself.
So I think the number one biggest struggle was just not having enough sales and customers. It was kind of just on the brink of Twitter and Facebook becoming super popular for businesses to use. And getting the word out was a lot more difficult in 2009 versus now. Now you can kind of build hype on Instagram and do all this stuff on Facebook, and you can open with a crowd. And we definitely did not open with a crowd. And so that was definitely the first 2 years we were kind of either losing money or breaking even. And so finding like the motivation to like get up and get out of bed in the morning and be like, I'm gonna go to work, and I'm gonna work probably for 12 hours, and I'm probably gonna have less money than when I started the day.
Wow.
That was a real struggle. And that took a lot of like encouraging, like, you can do it speeches from my husband. And
I was gonna say, who encouraged you? Who was
well, I feel like also like failure wasn't an option, because I had signed this lease and I had spent all this money. I had this loan I had to pay back. Like, I wasn't willing to give up on it. And so it was actually my husband that was like, hey, like, we need to get you working more behind the bar so that we can afford to make payroll. So we, and so we kind of like learned and figured out how we could do it, and I just ended up working all the time, which for that season was what I needed to do. It wasn't sustainable long term, but for that season was what I needed to do. So that was probably the biggest struggle. But we just
it's always great to
had to keep a good attitude and enjoy the day to day. And
one last question. Just because once you get to that point where you need to start hiring employees, I kind of want to dig deeper into how did you set the requirements or criteria on, okay, this is what I'm looking for, this is the type of employee I want. How did you set those requirements, and then how did you go out and find those?
We've always been like pretty fortunate with staff. For the most part, they find us, so we don't ever really have to like advertise that we're hiring.
Oh wow.
We usually have a pretty good backstock of pre-qualified applications. But generally what we look for when we interview is like, are they a good culture fit? Like, do they understand what we're doing here, what our vision or mission is here? And do we think they're going to get along with everyone else? Because we really found that people that work well together, like, that's what creates a good environment. And then for all of our like management level people, which we have one manager and 2 people on our leadership team, so it's not that many people, but they've all been promoted internally. So I've never hired anyone outside to come into a leadership role, which I think is. For us, I really like it.
That's huge to have. Know you have growth within the company.
And we constantly have people that are like, I want to do more. And that was one of the primary reasons for opening another location was I have all these great qualified people, and I don't have like jobs for them. Like, I want to have jobs for them. And so we're going to grow like as we have people that are interested in growing with us.
I'm glad you mentioned that, so let's end it on this. She is opening a new one, another Roots Coffeehouse. Tell us a little bit about that, and when can we expect this?
Okay, so we're working on a location in Fort Worth, in the kind of South Main Urban Village is the area. It's just south of downtown Fort Worth. We've been working on it for 2 years, which is a long time. We're big believers in like slow, sustainable growth. So we're taking our sweet time on it, but it's actually our own building that we're building out. It's going to share space with a co-working space.
That's huge.
And we are hoping to open in the spring of 2019. So it'll be a little bit smaller than the shop, about half the size. With pretty similar menu offerings, but it'll be a really beautiful space.
Can't wait to see it. We'll be there.
Yeah, I'm about to say, we'll definitely be there.
Awesome.
Let us know when the ribbon cutting is, and we would love to spotlight that location so everyone can know where it's at and bring some people to you.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Well, we really appreciate you
a lot.
Because this is going on. Hopefully this will inspire you. It definitely inspired me. I know it inspired you. This is exactly what we were looking for when we came up with the growth of this real idea, is to interview and just spotlight your business and spotlight young entrepreneurs like ourselves, and just really dig into what it really took and what it takes to exceed into something that you really love to do. So I really appreciate you.
Thank you a lot.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thanks again for tuning into The Growth is Real.
Yes.
I hope you enjoyed our very first spotlight with Janice, the owner of Roots Coffeehouse.
Yes, we really appreciate your time. Hopefully you were inspired just as we were. This is exactly the content that we wanted to give you an idea of what it really takes to become a successful entrepreneur. It's not an easy road, but if you stick to it, you will see the fruits of your labor.
Definitely. And we're always looking for other entrepreneurs to spotlight. So if you're interested, please drop a comment below, and we'll be sure to reach out to you. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Growth is Real. Thanks so much, and hope you have a blessed day.
Cheers.